Hello and welcome to the Rent Cafe Site Manager tutorial on generating a Blue Moon lease in the leasing dashboard. In this video, we will manage our Blue Moon lease for an applicant that has just applied for our community. We will start off by accessing our leasing dashboard by selecting the white leasing button in our orange toolbar. From here, we're going to select the applicant that we wish to review. In this particular example, our applicant is going to be Mr. Blue Moon Test. Now this is quite a coincidence. He must have known that we were going to make a video on this. So now we can access his personal dashboard by selecting either the blue hyperlink or the preview button. So now we have reached our applicant's individual screen or dashboard, which will include their lease information and any addenda and uploads that may have been included during their application workflow. Since they've already been approved, we're ready to go ahead and manage our Blue Moon lease for this applicant. And this is where it gets really fun. There are 3 steps to generating a Blue Moon lease in Site Manager: reviewing and updating the data, reviewing and selecting forms, and then generating and finalizing our lease. Before we review how to complete step 1, let's review other options that we have as we move forward with the lease. In the top corner, we have a button that, when selected, will show you the applicant's lease details at any step during this process. Notice that we also have an indicator that tracks the amount of Blue Moon money we have left remaining in our Blue Moon account, and also a Preview Lease button. This button can be accessed at any point during the workflow, and it will allow you to see the changes to the lease as you input them in our upcoming steps. So let's get to the good stuff and jump into step 1. Any fields that have been set up as overridable in Site Manager will show here by category on the left-hand side. Notice, as you can see here, that when a field is overridden with a value, the field and the new value will both show in orange, so you can easily view the changes that you have made. Once you have reviewed and overridden all of the necessary fields, it is time to select the next step: review and select forms. By selecting your next step, you will automatically be sending your lease data over to Blue Moon. If you so happen to get pulled away for a minute, make sure to save your changes so that when you come back to complete the lease later on, you won't lose all of the data that you've entered. So we select our link and move forward to step 2. Please note that this step may differ for you based on your Site Manager user permissions. In this example, I will have everything enabled for this particular Site Manager user. In the Actions column, we notice 4 different symbols. The first symbol is a preview option that will allow us to preview that individual form with all of the applicant's information. The next symbol is a lock symbol. If you see this orange symbol, this means that your property has been set to require this addendum for all leases, and it cannot be removed. The green checkmark confirms that this addendum or form will be included in the lease, and the little page with the plus symbol right here is actually for generating a one-off addendum for a resident. If you wish to learn more, this process can be viewed in the Blue Moon Generate One-Off Addendum video. Now let's say we want to update what forms are going to generate in this particular example. Notice that we have a plus sign to add a form, but it's grayed out for this user. If you wish to override the property form selected, select this button, and as we scroll down, notice that we now have the option to select a plus sign and add additional forms. If we wish to remove a form, we now have a trash can icon that has appeared, and that will allow us to remove the selected form from the lease. Again, it's very important to note that any form with the orange lock icon must be generated with the lease and cannot be removed. Also, if you have a lot of forms like this particular example, you can also easily search for a specific form by entering in some search criteria right here. Scrolling down, we're now ready to move to step 3 and generate and finalize our lease. In order to generate and finalize our lease, Site Manager is going to require that you preview your lease document with all of the forms that have been selected. When a lease is previewed, you'll have 2 tabs at the top: Lease Document and Lease Data. Lease Document will allow you to view each page of the lease with all of the information that has been updated, but the Lease Data tab is a great tool to access all of the application information and overridden fields that have been entered in a Rent Cafe for this applicant. Everything looks great here, so we're going to go ahead and close this window. Notice that our Generate and Finalize Lease button is now enabled and we're ready to generate our lease. So Site Manager does confirm that you're ready to finalize your lease document, and once you select OK and all of the information is processed, you will receive an on-screen confirmation that your lease document is ready for signature. Notice that there's a timestamp for when this document was finalized, and you always have the ability to go back into here and preview or regenerate the lease as needed. For those of you utilizing the Y-Sign feature, we have now initiated that process, and your applicant will have received an email prompting them to log back into their applicant portal and review and sign their generated lease document. Thank you for joining our Site Manager tutorial on generating a Blue Moon lease document in Red Cafe. Happy leasing, everyone!